It is said that wars are only won upon the anvil of honor.
Others believe victory requires strategy and a mastery of power.
War is deception. A game played best from the shadows.
Only strength and raw power can assure total dominance.
This kingdom shall fall, and from the ashes shall arise a new order that will shake the very foundations of the world.
Hey people, so today we'll be looking at a new thread on Lord on the Aftermath, and this is an important one, a very important one. Now this is a very big thread. I won't cover all of it, but I will cover part 2 and 3 of it. But basically, this is a big thread by SVNMS, Vidovit, Cynical, and Illusioner, the Council of Four, if I read right at the top of this thread, where they want to try and balance out some abilities, heroes, and god tier heroes. So, if you want to check the spells, what they suggest there for yourself, by all means go and do that. Check in the comments, in the description, there will be a link to this thread down below. But what we will be looking at is the god tier heroes and the semi-god tier heroes, which we clearly know who is. So let's just stop talking, no, not stop talking, but get onto it. So, Hakar. Hakar is supposed to be the hero which damage comes mostly from his auto attacks. This is why he shouldn't have intelligence as a primary attribute, but a guilty. To fit his role, his new abilities should be remade. Q, unchanged version of his red Chain Lightning, which is the same I believe it is. W, Blood Frenzy, increases his attack speed, no movement speed bonus, and increases damage taken. This is basically Berserk. This spell would give something fresh to the heroes, sure you get a bigger damage output with your AAS, but if your opponent is focusing on you, it's not the best idea to use this spell. Give a little tactical use to this spell instead of clicking the spell as soon as they get out of cooldown. Howl of Terror, replace the Immolation Aura. I mean, come on, sending a card to the front lines with that spell, it's pointless. Giving him the Howl of Terror would give a bigger impact on the battles. The hero is ranged, so he won't affect much of the opponent's units unless you move him to the front lines. R, unchanged version of his summon Hydra. Now, Hakar, sorry, just need to clear my throat here. Hakar, I haven't played him too much. I have of course seen much what he can do, and more of his attacks should be focused maybe on the main the order attack and all that. Like Blood Frenzy, good idea. More tactical use, you know, don't spam it when it's off cooldown, because you know you're gonna take more damage and then you're gonna lose him. Q is fine. I mean, he is ranged in attack, so I guess that is fine. And of course the summon of the Hydra, which isn't too bad actually, I think. If I remember right, it's not too bad. I support the Hakar at least. A Killzone should be the casting focused hero. That's why it would be great to see him getting ranged attack, but at the cost of nerfing his attack speed. His primary attribute is a guilty. It should be replaced with intelligence for obvious reasons. His abilities will be changed accordingly. Q, Summon Tornadoes. The only thing that should change there is that he has to channel this spell. No more spawning tornadoes, setting them at the opponent's army and running away. Yeah, I agree with that. Unchanged version of the Eagle Swarm. That is the Lotus Swarm, I think. I have had him one time. Okay, sorry about that. AoE Cyclone spell replaced the Thorns Aura, another spell that had little use for troll gameplay. The AoE Cyclone spell will fit to the Lord to the hero and give him an interesting use in battles. AoE Cyclone, yeah, he's a semi-god tier hero, so it fits and it's not too strong. Like I might regret saying that later. I might do that. Unchanged version of improved for lightning. So I guess that those are those two, and I support them both. I would love to see some change to these heroes. Now we move on to Aegwynn, which has a lot of new stuff by looks of it here, or not a lot, but like a lot of points. As for now, Aegwynn serves as an army killer with her numerous AoE abilities, allowing her efficiently to hit and run with great results. That's why I suggest those changes. Point 1. She gets a new item called Atis. The Staff of the Guardian gives her a Chained Wise Counsel spell. Doesn't affect Egwene. One of the greatest issue of losing Khadgar/Ronin is the lack of mana regeneration they provide. The spell would serve this purpose well. Her movement speed should be lowered. She's one of the fastest heroes in the game without the stealth ability, aka Windwalk. It's amazingly hard to catch her, and the players should be more careful with her positioning. Her intelligence per level scaling is huge. On higher levels, she has more damage than God-tier heroes, while she's just a semi-God-tier hero. While we know that her intelligence is tied with the counselors, the scaling isn't. That should be changed as one of the higher levels. Her AAS becomes really deadly. AAS, God, I don't know what that is. Sorry. Mana shield remains unchanged. Mass Arcane Shield spell should is replaced with +5 armor, Devotion Aura, against darkness, it should be called. We can't allow her to have a spell that easily allows her and her squad to escape dangerous situations. She can simply use that spell and teleport away, and there's nothing the opponents can do to prevent that. The new Devotion Aura will give her a bigger use in army battles, where she can support her troops with her presence. Yeah, I like that a lot actually. That seems very cool actually. I like the touch with Against the Darkness, because she is used to battle God-tier heroes. Q, AoE Banish spell. Of course, that could be deadly, but of course it can be very useful at the same time as well. Of course, some units and heroes will be unaffected. Of course, those would have resistance skins, I believe. W, Freezing Wave. Channeled Frost Nova ability. Egwene uses this ability on her target. A link appears between the two. Then each second a Frost Nova hit the hero and his surrounding, slowing them. I got a little bit confused, but okay, from what I can... So she channels a Frost Nova ability, and a link will appear between the two heroes, like Egwene and the target. Then each second a Frost Nova will hit the hero, and like it will keep hitting for as long as he channels, which of course has a time like 3 seconds, 4, I don't know. But that's kind of new, and that seems very interesting. I would love to see that. E, Control Magic. Curses Egwene's auto attack to take control of any summoned unit it hits. Ooh, cooldown decrease per level, and becomes 0 at 4 level. Endgame heroes will have summons, and this will make Egwene counter them without making her destroy the hell out of normal heroes. Yeah, that sounds very cool. Her Lotus Swarm ability gets a buff. Each charge summoned by her will have a little AoE attack. This gives the spell bigger use in army battles, and the AoE she lacks with the purpose changes. Aside from the change to the hero, there's an issue of the Tearsful Counselors replacing Tearsful Agents. As for now, Purple can't spare sending any Tearsful Counselors on the field alone to teleport the army, or to get back to New Dalaran. They don't have the Heartstone ability. They are too important for her, which is another reason why Purple prefers Revival against Egwene. That's why the Tearsful Counselor should be replaced with Kirin Tor Mages as unrevivable elites to Purple. While the Tearsful Agents become unchanged with the coming of Egwene, Tearsful Counselors will now have greater use as her squad, and their abilities change to Healing Wave. However, because of their numbers, we have to prevent it from instant 1000 HP to heal to an hero. The initial heal from Healing Wave will be lowered, but the heal won't diminish with the next target healed. Siphon Mana, Spell Steal, Frostbolt, Eternal Form will work the same way as Khadgar's form. However, the movement speed will be lowered. In that form, it's already hard to kill a unit with immune to regular attacks, and with regular speed, it's impossible to do so. Now, with the Egwene, I think it is a good idea that should be tested out. It would be really nice to see her with these kinds of abilities, just to test it once at least, because she's an AoE goddess at the moment. And with the Tearsful Counselors, each time I've seen a replay, I have seen the Counselors stand behind or in New Dalaran. Sometimes players have had them with her just to siphon some mana, but staying mostly behind in the battle, not doing anything. And the new changes with that Tearsful Council should become the new elite, unreliable elites, and with the new ability sets, I think it could be cool. It would be harder to kill them, but they would also be able to do some stuff in the battle. Now, I'm looking forward to this one.